Ray hanging out with us for a couple of minutes. Good to see you.
Oh, man,
it's
good
been
to
a couple
see
of
you,
months.
too. Good to see you, too.
Tell us how the summer's gone so far for you.
It's been great. It's been great. I took about 2 weeks off, and I got right back into the gym. Kind of left a bitter taste in my mouth, man. That last game, I couldn't hit a shot. We lost to Indiana, getting beat in the second round. So, put a bitter taste in my mouth. So I really wanted to really get back at it this summer and get ready for the next season.
Ray, considering what the expectations were going into the postseason, you guys felt like you matched up well with Indiana. How much? And I know you're an emotional player. How long does it take you to get over something like that?
Still not over it right now, but I think that when I get over it is when we step back on the court as a team and start practicing, and then building and getting ready for the next season.
Yeah, we haven't talked to you, of course, since the end of the postseason. Certainly not since the signings that were announced. You bring back a couple of your old teammates. Pablo Prigioni's back. I know you're excited about that.
Right.
J.R. Smith. And also Meta World Peace. I have to get your take on Meta, what you think he brings. He's a guy for a long time. He's got the emotion. He's got all the stuff that he brings on and off the floor. But give us your reaction to that signing.
I love it. I love it. Meta is going to bring some toughness to our team. A guy that can guard multiple positions. I feel like he can guard 1 through 5. To me, he has that type of strength. He has that type of ability. But he also can score. When he comes to play, he's he can be a force. So I look forward to it.
What happened? What do you think happened, Ray? The beginning of the season, you and Chandler really had the alley-oop going, the pick and roll. Then after the All-Star break, it kind of vanished.
Well, teams just started taking it away. It was just one of those things that it was on the scout report now that when me and Tyson come off the screen and roll, that you got to look for the lob. So they got to the point where they just stopped taking that away. They weren't gonna give that up. They rather give up a 3-point shot than to give that lob up. So it was kind of difficult and tough at times.
Ray, you lose a couple of guys. Obviously, Jason Kidd, who had a big impact on you. You talked about it all year long. What was your reaction, first of all, with Jason first retires? I'm sure you were upset about that. And then 9 days later, he's announced as the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. What was your reaction?
I'm happy for him, man. I think he's going to be a great coach. But I think in any situation, it's going to take time to adjust. But other than that, he's going to be a great coach. He definitely knows the game of basketball. He has a lot of years playing it. He's a future Hall of Famer. So a guy like that, I think that those guys over there would definitely listen to him, and take his input. He's going to be great for D. Will for sure.
Speaking of Jason Kidd in Brooklyn, the signings that they've made. Chicago gets tougher a little bit with Derrick Rose.
Right.
We know about Miami. We know about the Pacers. To keep pace with those teams, you obviously have to do some things. And the Knicks had some financial limitations. Where do you think you guys match up with those teams now, considering Meta coming in and the extensions for J.R. and Pablo and some of the other guys?
I mean, we lost some guys, but we also added some guys. We added Bargnani, who's going to help space the floor, from a big standpoint. When you play against a team like Indiana or Miami, those guys can't really, help as much when I come off the screen and roll, because you got a big guy that can shoot it like that, it really spaces the court. But then you add Ron Artest, who's also another great player, a guy that's proven to win, who's won a championship, who's been on good teams and had a great career in the NBA. So, we lost some key guys, but we also gained some as well. So I think we still where we at. We just gonna try to build from where we left off at last year.
Are you gonna call him Meta or do you call him Ron? Does he let you guys call him Ron, or if you're not even talking about that yet?
I haven't seen him yet, so we'll see. We'll see.
In a scenario like that, you have a Bargnani come in, an offensive threat. Even Meta has the 3-ball in his arsenal.
Right.
Do you look to change your game, or you just play? Let's let the game happen.
We just let the game happen. It's just like having Rashid out there. Just having Novak out there, another shooter. Just keep doing the same thing we was doing this year. We just know that we got more shooters, and we have a big that can shoot, that kind of refills that void that she had when he left out. So we definitely missed that. A big guy that can really space the floor out for us. Him and Kirk actually did that for us.
Ray, talk about just being here. I'm sure Glenn and Mike and all those guys appreciate some of the veterans showing their face. And we saw you on the bench giving Chris Smith and some of the younger players some pointers. What's it like for you to be in this environment and sitting on that bench?
I definitely want to come out here, just show some support. Look at these young guys play and spend some time with the coaches, and Glenn and Al and those guys, and still get some work in at the same time. Still working. I worked out today at 1 o'clock, so. you know, try to come out here and watch some basketball, show some support, and still get my work in at the same time.
Ray, I think back to media day last year when you told the press that, you know, I've got a chip on my shoulder. I'm coming back to New York.
Right.
Your year in Portland didn't go the way you wanted it to.
Right.
Just talk about the totality of last year, coming back home to New York, you know, an emotional year for it, and really silencing a lot of the critics who said that maybe Ray is on the downside of his career already.
Yeah, that was a big chip, and that chip is still there. You know, it's probably got bigger, you know, you know what I'm saying, from the way the season ended for us, you know, but that's one of those things that I thrive off of. When people say negative things like that, he's on a downfall of his career. I'm still young, you know. I'm not getting old right now. You know, I'm getting older, but you know, but I'm not an old man yet. So I'm still in my youth. So for them to say that, it was funny actually to me. So I was definitely looking forward to the season coming out to proving those critics wrong and whoever else has something to say, you know, but I don't really care about that. They can say what they want to say, you know, they're going to write what they want to write. Even when you do good, they're still going to try to find something negative to write. So I don't even worry about that. You know, my main focus is this team, you know, and trying to do the best I can and be the best point guard and the best leader I can, you know, and try to take us as far as we can this year.
Now, give us the framework of what Ray felt in the summer is like. We know you took a couple of weeks off.
Right.
What about workouts? How do you attack now these next couple of months before you get to camp?
Just going extra hard, you know, just really getting my cardio. I'm in shape now. Like I'm ready to play. I'm ready for training camp today, you know. But just to get in even better shape, you know. If I can be in even better shape, then it makes the transition that much easier with those guys, you know, those new guys who coming in once we get there. You know, the biggest key for us is make sure everybody gets in early before training camp, you know, to get some pickup ins, to get some, you know, working out, doing those things, just to get that camaraderie with each other, you know. But everybody did a good job of that last year, and it showed, and it helped us. You know, we got off to a great start in the season, so you know, we definitely should try to do that again this year, and try to do the same thing we did last year.
Is that the plan at this point, to get guys in before camp starts?
Yeah, to get guys in, definitely, you know, at least two and a half, 3 weeks in before we start camp. You know, I think for the most part, everybody's going to do that for sure.
Anything specifically you're looking to work on in the off season?
Really just to get better. You know, I had a conversation with Woody, you know, with Al, you know, and Glenn, those guys after the camp for exiting meeting. You know, they told me some things that they wanted me to work on, some things that they wanted me to